everyone for joining. Also, big news today. My son turned 3. so there was that, and I have a cat in here with me. Yay! So much going on. Thank you guys all for listening, and here's my cat Kahlua. So let's go on over here to read for you the pod news. So the headline today: What TF? Or excuse me, WTF, an award at the Ambies. So yesterday I mentioned the Governor's Award that the Ambies was going to be giving out, and it looks like they have done exactly that. And it is gone to Mark Maron and the WTF podcast, WTF with Mark Maron. This is the first ever Governor's Award, and so Mark Maron and co-create. Oh goodness. Of course I would be getting a call. Mark Maron and co-creator EP Brandon McDonald will accept the accolade during the award on May 16th. Libsyn has acquired Glow. I reported about this yesterday. This is a podcast membership monetization platform. And if you are a Libsyn user, let me know. Raise your hand, send me a DM, and we can figure this out together because I'm a Libsyn user. Hey, honey bun, can we put you down? Her hair is flying everywhere. Next up, sounds profitable. Pod News' ad tech newsletter has announced up next the first ever podcast format upfront designed to promote new titles from publishers. Already with 6 partners, it is open for more. Audio Boom signed a further 2-year commercial partnership with ARN's iHeart Podcast Network Australia, a distribution deal with True Crime Obsessed, and a development deal with the Obsessed Network. Next up, Evergreen Podcasts has launched the company's Q2 21 slate of podcasts featuring gambling and pop culture. Also launched in the Q2 21 slate, so of this year, from CBC Podcast, that's in Canada, includes a true crime series about a mysterious death of a cryptocurrency executive. Gosh, just the true crime stuff. It really, it's going. Okay, Australia Podcast Ranker was released for March, excuse me. The highest new entry was The Sure Thing, a true crime podcast from 9 Australian Financial Review. It lists participating publishers only, the ABC, Okay. Spotify News. Oh, conning the con. Yes, true crime. Spotify is identifying and correcting incorrect podcast language tags. Okay, so I imagine some podcasts might be labeled that they're a different language than they are. And this may be causing confusion, but I imagine this might be a hack that some people might have been using because there are less of certain language podcasts. I wonder. Not sure. I just am skeptical and I guess critical of a lot of people who do whatever they can to rank their show. Mackay Murphy, that's spelled Mackay, Mackay Murphy, has been appointed as Supporting Cast's first ever Director of Growth and Marketing. She previously managed growth at the Stitcher Premium, Stitcher's in-app subscription service. I would love an interview with her. I'm going to reach out to her to see if I can get her on Podcast Coaching with Christine. Who's into it? I love the idea of the Director in Growth and Marketing of Supporting Cast coming on over. So, okay, Pod News pages, podcast pages like this for Darknet Diaries, now including a link to Podcast Republic's app on Android. Their app shows their number of subscribers incidentally. Interesting. Is this something you guys are interested in? Would you want to show the amount of people who are subscribing to your show? I guess if you've got a lot, that's ooh, check me out situation. A little bit of history. Podcast Machine is a podcast host from 2008, promising a flash player for your website, and it's made for iTunes. but it's a little bit of the present too. It still hosts more than 1,000 podcasts on Apple, 31 of which have been updated so far this year. So they've got some live podcasts. Um, oh, great, great, perfect. I will look into that. Thank you guys. Christine, conning the con for jumping in and sharing. Okay, thank you. Okay, so they're shouting out their support. Oh, podcast news. The Joe Rogan Experience has a new set. So, guys, I have some insider intel on what's going on with Joe Rogan on Spotify and deciding, whether or not to share it or not, because it is some tea, but it's also, anyway, I just feel weird about it. So I'm going to wait. I'm sorry, guys. I know this is like so stupid. If you really want to know, I'll tell you, but I feel like sharing it might also derail part of what we're talking about here. Christine, spill the tea. It looks like Joe Rogan may be the one behind his episodes being removed. And it may actually be a business decision because he has some other like money invested in other ventures that which those products may go against some of the other products that have been featured on his show during other interviews, say like interviews with Dave Asprey. So that's the tea. It looks like this is something that Joe actually may be doing out of like his own financial investment in future products that may be in the health and wellness industry that are coming out to us at some point. So something to always keep in mind when you're watching ads on the internet. There could be somebody big behind them who you're already listening to or who seems like such a big deal because they're out there. But just kind of there's always, I feel like, this other motive to watch out for people. Unfortunately, I love the world to be like sunshiny and rainbows and unicorns, but it's just not necessarily like that, guys. So that's my tea. I have spilled it. It does. It makes sense. And I've got yes, big money. And this is from someone very close to the situation. He may have messaged me directly to spill the tea. And I guess I'll just leave it at that. And you can connect the dots on your own. All right, guys, podcasters, I hope you are having a wonderful rest of your day. I hope this information was helpful to you. If you're watching on YouTube, I know that there was a little bit of like some weird delays. Sorry about that. But I hope you could hear at least what I was saying. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Wait. Before we go, I almost forgot. Krista Walsh, an SEO expert, is going to be joining me on Thursday to talk about how to make Google your 24/7 podcast discovery machine. I have posted a picture, like a little promo picture on, you're welcome, Abby. Please source me if you requote it. But so yeah, this podcasting SEO, make Google your 24/7 podcast discovery machine. This event is coming up this Thursday from 3 to 4 Pacific Standard Time, 6 to 7 Eastern Standard Time. Krista Walsh is insanely amazing at copywriting. So if you have questions about copy, about your website, about what SEO and how to make Google work for you and your podcast so that your podcast actually is up on top when people search for podcasts in your brand, in your niche, this is something you're definitely want to get to check out. So hopefully that sentence made sense, and I will chat with you guys soon. There's a link to this in my bio, and I will see you tomorrow. Happy day. Bye, guys.